Hello and welcome to the show. Today I'm going to be taking a look at another aspect of the Modern Masters update for Dirt Rally, as one of the things that they apparently changed was the handling for the Group B cars. And I'm kind of curious to see how that affects things. Now, I will start by saying that I know I'm not the greatest driver when it comes to this game, and I know I cannot get absolutely 100% maximum out of a vehicle around the rally stages. So small differences in handling, I might not be able to tell, a huge difference. However, I'd like to think I am still a half-decent driver when it comes to this, so I'm kind of curious to see, am I going to notice any difference with these vehicles? So, yeah, I'm going to see how things fare. We're going to go to Finland. We're going to do that looks pretty good to me, 3 stages. They're all sprint ones. We've got sun, sunset, and some rain. Yeah, sure, why not? The vehicles, yes, we're going to be using. Today, I fancied using something different. See, I normally use the 205, the T16, as it's probably the fastest car here, and I tend to do pretty well with this particular vehicle. But for this challenge, or this test, I'm not going to, because I've used it in loads of videos. Instead, I'm going to have a go with the Metro, because this thing is pretty difficult to drive. This is a pretty difficult vehicle to drive to start with. It's a little bit on the twitchy side. Kind of curious to see what it's going to be like to drive now. I'm going to do my very best to keep it out of the scenery. I have no idea. I've driven all of these Group B cars before. The Quattro and the RS200 are the 2 of the easier cars to drive. The T16 and the Lancia, I think, are 2 of the fastest. They can be a little bit scary, and this thing... Well, this thing is pretty crazy, so we're expecting even more in the way of crazy from the little Metro. It's you just look at the car and you know it's going to be a crazy thing. But here we go. Let's see what I can do with this car in Finland. Now, you may ask, why have I chosen to come to Finland? Well, the simple reason is, of all of the rallies that there are, this is the one that I'm probably the best at. There aren't that much in the way of sort of hairpins and really long, heavy braking zones around here, and like tight, twisty sections. Finland is a much faster rally, so yes, I know I won't be testing the cars on that particular aspect. Particularly, I mean, there are a couple of corners, but I won't be testing them on that aspect massively here. But I figured that me being a better driver at Finland was probably a good idea. I could be a little bit more consistent with the cars, get a little bit more out of them. So that's why we have come here. And I mean, hell, if I'm going to drive these cars around, it might as well be a place that I enjoy driving. Holy crap, we do not really have. Yeah, it doesn't feel it doesn't feel quite the nicest thing in the world to be driving. It just feels less planted, less connected to the road. Oh, we're going to play in the trees. Somehow we sort of got out of all of that. I'm not entirely sure how we did. Kind of took a lucky bounce of that. Now, this car, it can get a little bit twitchy. I think it's to do with having such a tiny wheelbase. But you want a small wheelbase for rallying. Small wheelbase is good for manoeuvrability, but small wheelbase is also bad for being very, very twitchy. And that is a fear I have with this car. And already I've felt it a couple of times where it's just not quite been too happy with what I've been doing. One other thing that I am noticing is certainly with things like these 5 and 6 corners, I'm braking a lot more than I have experienced in the past. Now, admittedly, if you run in the faster rally cars, the modern rally cars, most of the 6 corners are flat out. Most of the 5 corners even are flat out if you're brave. Admittedly, they might not be when there's all of these crests around to deal with, but they do tend to be much faster. And this, I'm finding myself feathering the throttle and getting on the brakes quite a lot more than I have done in the past. This is a bit of a difficult car to drive. We are still currently leading, which I'm quite surprised by and glad at, after our minor scare with a tree. Let's get ourselves slowed down. I wasn't quite sure where the corner was coming up there. I figured it was better to be a little bit more cautious than to go full out crazy on a stage that I don't really know. I love Finland though. I just love driving this area. The stages are always this fantastic roller coaster of speed, bumps, hidden crests, and God knows what else it can throw at you. And we have corners like this that suddenly just drop away from you as you go down, and then we've got another tight corner coming up. The brakes definitely One thing that it doesn't seem to quite get stopped as well. I mean, we're not having particularly massive stops around here at the moment, although we're about to have one by the looks of it, because we're coming up towards a square corner. I can't see where it is, so let's just jump on the brakes there. Oh, I braked a little bit on the early side for that, but never mind. Brakes perhaps a little bit, but it's not a massive change, I don't think. This thing was always a bit of a monster to go driving with. It's just slightly less grip, slightly less planted, this car. Whoa, okay, I probably should have had a bit more of a dab on the brakes. Get out of the ditch. The ditches here are the most dangerous things imaginable. They really are. Oh, we've got a hairpin coming up. That's a first, I think. Have I driven at a hairpin at Finland before? I might not have during this stage. I don't remember. That must be the only hairpin in the entirety of the Finland Rally. We have one hairpin to navigate. And in Greece, there's God knows how many hairpins a stage. Right, let's get around these final few corners. We're in the ditch. I told you the ditches were terribly dangerous. Hey, we made it across the line. Somehow we won the stage as well with the Metro. No, don't crash my car now. AI has taken control of it. Okay, we took How are the Metros? What? It's Metro domination, it seems, today. Bloody hell. There are 4 out of the top 5 are Metros, and the highest placed Peugeot is 8th. Okay. Yeah, Metros are doing really well. And there's one RS200 in the mix. Okay, it seems like it's the Metro competition. Yeah, I mean, on that first stage, as I said, I think perhaps there is slightly a script. I will be honest. In the past, at Finland, driving Group B cars, I have tended to muller the AI. Pretty sure I managed, when I last drove one here, I managed to get 12 seconds in a sector. Admittedly, it wasn't that stage, but I have tended to do quite well against the AI. Admittedly, some of that was down to the fact that I was running the Peugeot, as that is a very, very quick car when it comes to this. But perhaps that I'm not quite so far ahead of them suggests that, yeah, I'm having a little tougher time getting speed out of these cars. I'm having to be a little bit more cautious with them. Oh, that's a bigger jump than I thought it was going to be. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Yeah, we only just spent a lot of time airborne in that. Oh, and we got some more crests and bumps, and I don't really know where we're going. I've actually not really driven at sort of sunset. Oh, God, the bumps are horrible down here. Yeah, I haven't really driven that much at sunset in this game. I don't quite know if we're going to. I mean, we're kind of shaded by trees at the moment. I'm not sure if we're going to get to the full Forza sun effect where you just can't see anything going through corners. I hope not. Oh, we found another one of these square corners. There is 2 of them in Finland, and we have found both of them, it seems, in this particular video. Right, got ourselves out of there quite nicely. Yeah, the sun, I mean, it doesn't seem too bad on here, which is good. Forza 5 was always interesting when half the time you just couldn't see where you were going on some of the circuits. Road Atlanta was particularly bad for having just terrible visibility with incredibly low sun. This does not seem too bad. As I said, we have got trees to help us with visibility. I'm glad I took a dab on the brakes there, because otherwise I was going to end up definitely in the trees. Oh God, I love this place and hate it all at the same time. Ooh, I love it because it's such a great challenge, and then you hate it when things go just that tiny little bit wrong. I said about the ditches, it is so easy, especially with all of the bumps and the jumps around the place, to just get it a little bit wrong and get the car fired into the ditch, and once you're stuck in there, you are not getting the car out again. It is just well and truly wedged inside these ditches that run along the side of the road. Well, this corner does an awful lot of things. It tightens and widens and is relatively slow. Ooh, careful, careful. Ugh. Yeah, we've got a little bit of the back end wiggling around, and across another crest. Ugh. The elevation changes are mighty impressive around here. Oh, try and carry speed. It's actually doing a little bit better than I thought it was, in all honesty. I thought I was going to have a lot more of a handful with this Metro. Now, it's possible I'm just driving a little bit cowardly with the vehicle. I was actually expecting it to be a lot more of a pain in the arse around here. It's actually not too bad. That was about a millimetre away from the wall. I was just waiting for the clonk that you really don't want to hear. There was a millimetre away in that one there as well. Stop playing with the rock faces, you moron. You will break the Metro if I'm not careful. Around here. Okay, no, we're good. We're fine. He's only had a small panic. I think I've got 2 fastest sectors, and I'm currently still leading the rally. There is a jump coming up. I think they said big jump, so yeah, glad I dabbed on the brakes. Oh, that was a nasty landing. Perhaps I shouldn't have dabbed on the brakes at the point I did. When they say big jump, it generally means get on the brakes now. If you take it flat out, you are going to have a really big accident, especially with, well, maybe not with the normal cars, with Group B cars most definitely, because these things are so fast in a straight line. So yeah, big jumps mean you want to have a dab on the brakes. Somewhere there is a finish line, I think, coming up ahead. Floor it towards that. Hey, we got another stage win. We're not winning by very much, but hey, there we go. Look, I got all the wheels off the ground as we came across the line. Oh, one of the Quattros came up into the Metro territory. There's still 3 in the top 4 with these. I'm liking this table. Oh, he's damn it. The Quattros displaced someone. It's all very close for them. It's close for first and second. And then third is in, well, very much on his own, as is fourth. Yeah, okay, got quite a large sort of lead over the rest of the field. So if I don't balls it up on... Oh, crap, we've got to go to the rain now, don't we? Oh, no. Things had been going so well for this Metro. Oh, okay, it's that stage in reverse. Okay, my bad. I didn't realise that was that one in reverse. Well, I mean, I managed to win here last time. It's only about second. We get to do a hairpin in a square corner again. God, dear, this is too much to be dealing with when it comes to Finland. Oh yes, I would like to repair my vehicle. Can we get some new paint on the bumpers? I think I lost most of it. What do you recommend, crew? Oh wow, look at that! I think it's actually the first time I've ever had my car on 100%. I've been able to repair 100% of everything. Before starting a sort of next group of stages. That is a first, and I'm glad I was filming for it. Right, Metro, you know how I gave you praise for actually not being that bad? If you could keep that up for me now, because I'm not really very confident at all when we're coming to dealing with rain and all of this. So yeah, if you could be nice to me, car, that would be really, really awesome. Finland in the rain is, yeah, interesting. I think I did drive this before with the Peugeot. It's, yeah, I'm slightly scared that we will be slipping and sliding our way around here, but it's doing okay on these first few corners. We got around the hairpin without any issues, although I will be honest, I was very, very cowardly under brakes into that bit. It was just a case of I want to make sure I've got the car stopped before I deal with that. I don't want to push and do anything too stupid. No, okay, get it back on the road. There is a square corner coming up here. There we go, got it around here. Oh no, we don't get around there. I put a wheel in the ditch. There's that mighty horrible ditch for you on the outside of the course. Yeah, I haven't broken any suspension. Bloody hell, that was a good first sector from me. No. We got a wheelie going on again. Okay, stop saying things are going well. Things always go badly the minute you say things are going well. Okay, that is a fail race top tip. That's often how things work. Good God. Okay, this is a little bit more. Holy crap! I just go to get on the power and we just don't. We don't have the grip out of the corners. It's kind of worse that I have driven this stage because I kind of know it. Oh no, bloody hell. This is not as much fun as the other stages have been. I've really got to make sure I get it slowed down. Crap. I'm sure you can take more speed with this, but it's more about not making mistakes in conditions like this. Oh, don't do anything silly, don't do anything to throw it all away. As we come around here, I had a nice healthy lead, and I'm not sure it's still going to be that nice and healthy lead when we come to finish. I wasn't quite sure where the road was going at that point. Just had a momentary check-up because I didn't want to have made a silly mistake. Yeah, we lost some time in that bit there. Oh, bloody hell, we're going over here now. Oh, careful. Don't do anything stupid with all of these jumps. There's some Kamikaze Rally fans around the place. Oh, we're going to play that really risky. And then again with the other wall, I'm glad we have got a short wheelbase when the back of the car is getting that close to disaster. Just being flat out at any point in this stage is terrifying with this car. It does, I think, perhaps feel a little bit more difficult in these conditions. I kind of expected it to be a little bit more like this in the dry, and then God knows what it would be like in the wet. But yeah, in these conditions, it does feel like we are having some confidence issues. That's There's the big thing with especially with Group B cars at Finland. You've got to have a lot of confidence to brake late, try and carry that corner speed. And I've not really got that going on at the moment. It's kind of just survive. Somehow I've gained a second in that sector, which I'm pretty pleased about. Where are we going up here? I don't really know. I think you said a 3 left. We're going this way anyway. So there have been times. There is... God, what course was it? I can't remember which rally it was. Oh, no, I've carried too much speed. Buggered it up. No, the second I took my mind off complete and utter focus on the rally here, there was a stage, I think it could have been one of the Wales rallies, where I wasn't quite fully paying attention to the pace notes, and it came to like this really weird junction turn, and I completely went the wrong way, and had no idea where I was going. So yeah, that's always fun. That's why you need to really pay attention to the co-driver. Oh god, this is tough. Okay, this car in the wet at Finland, yeah, this is pretty damn tough. Around here. Oh, where are we going here? I'm not even sure. There's so many little off junctions that it might be meaning for you to aim for. There's a 4-corner around here. I spy a finish line towards it. We made it somehow. Somehow we survived all of that. Yeah, that's a rather terrifying experience, I will be honest. Racing around there. All the other Metros dropped out. Where did my Metro crew go? They collapsed a B-pillar and differential failure. Or damage, sorry. A Delta broke its transmission, and differential damage to a Peugeot as well. Yeah, well, Metros are going to get 2 podiums, I think, in this one. I will surprisingly take victory in all of that. Yeah, 2 Metros on the podium and an RS200. Not the podium you would expect with Group B cars, I will be honest. Yeah, those poor other Metros, they did so well on that first stage, and yeah, they all had an accident. That wet weather stage with that car is terrifying. That is really seriously tough. However, in the dry, it's actually pretty decent. As far as differences go, I think there may be slightly less grip in this car. I think it's perhaps just a tiny little. It's not a massive difference though. I will be honest. There may be slightly less grip for the Metro to be dealing with. In the rain, it is absolutely terrifying to drive around Finland. A good fun challenge. But yeah, it is a tough car to drive quickly in the wet at Finland. I'm pretty pleased though. I'm pretty pleased with that outcome for the Metro. Anyway, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.